Toyota has just revealed the 2026 GRMN Corolla, and this thing is going to be pretty sweet. And I actually already rode in this last year in a camouflaged version of it, so definitely wait until the end to check out that video if you haven't seen my ride along. But the GRMN Corolla, they say this new GRMN version gives it a wilder, more visceral character, and so it might not be quite as crazy as some people were hoping, but this very much falls in line with what we expect from GRMN models that we've seen in Japan, primarily GRMN Yaris. But the main thing as far as power goes, that's the big question everyone's wondering, it goes from 295 pound-feet of torque to 302 pound-feet of torque. And that's it as far as power improvements. And now they say it makes that extra torque in the 4,000 to 4,600 range, and that allows it to have stronger corner exit, they say, but it's still 300 horsepower. But one cool addition is that they added an intercooler sprayer, which reminds me of the 2004 WRX STI that had that, a very fun little touch, and that's actually, to help it be cooler whenever it's running laps at the Nürburgring, which is awesome. Now, the other main things here are the retuned suspension and also, of course, the styling, which we'll get to next. But first, the suspension. So there's new monotube dampers with rebound springs for improved inner wheel traction in corners and better high-speed cornering performance. There's also reworked bump stops to handle the Nürburgring's crazy bumps, and it pairs with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires for the first time since the Maurizio edition that we had at the beginning of the GR Corolla's lifespan here. They also retuned the electric power steering and the all-wheel drive system, and the all-wheel drive system specifically has been retuned to optimize rear torque distribution whenever you're going in a straight line and improve stability in corners, which I'm assuming means, making it a little more neutral maybe with that. So those are the main suspension tweaks there. Now, as far as the other stuff, you can see the aero is vastly different. So that was all changed. They said primarily for better cooling and better high-speed stability. So we have a new carbon fiber hood that has those extra horizontal vents there in the front of it. There's also new carbon fiber front fenders with top vents and larger side vents there, all to help, again, not only with cooling, but also just with airflow there. There's also a new carbon fiber rear wing that you can manually adjust up to 5 degrees. And there's forged wheels in matte bronze, which is a cool choice. Now, as far as the interior and the transmission, it's going to be manual transmission only for this one, which is kind of surprising. Usually on track, automatic is faster, and that's, usually what's preferred in many cases as far as, the other track-focused vehicles from other brands. But this is manual only, which is cool. But there's going to be no rear seat here, just like the Maurizio, and that ditches 66 pounds from the car. And that combined with the carbon fiber, front fenders and everything, gives us a final curb weight here of 3,218.7 pounds, which goes to show just how much they're obsessing over each little gram of weight. And, a lot of these things, again, minor changes, but they really obsess over those little details and really extracting every little bit they can out of it without just throwing a, huge amount of boost at it or something, just trying to be very methodical with their changes here. But otherwise, on the inside, you get special GRMN seats with red accents, and the dash and front pillar and the gauge cluster surround, that all gets a brushed metal finish for less glare. There's also carbon fiber trim on the dashboard and a Maurizio signature, which is cool. And so these are going to be coming to Japan, Australia, and North America, thankfully. So we will be getting this first GRMN for us. We've never gotten them before, so that's huge that we're getting it. And there's no word on how many of these they're going to make or what they'll be priced at. But it is a 2026, so we don't know any kind of launch dates for these yet, but I would have to assume, maybe it'll continue on into 2027, but that means that some of these will be built in the 2026 calendar year if it's qualifying as a 26 model year vehicle. But they say all the details on pricing and production, all that will be coming later, but they will be built in Japan. They also are only going to be coming in the zero gravity and gravel colors. Gravel is the color you see in these press photos. And so, yeah, that's it as far as the GRMN Corolla. It is, noticeably a little bit faster. I was, again, doing hot laps with the race driver who actually developed that car, and got to chat with him a little bit and got some inside scoop even last year on it. So definitely check that video out here at the end if you want to hear what it sounds like and, what it's like, around the corners. It was very impressive, at least from the passenger seat. Obviously, having a very impressive driver, driving it helps, but it was really cool. So let me know your thoughts on that, whether that gets you excited or not. I know the first comment everyone's going to say is markups, and for something that's going to be limited like this there will of course be markups. And as awesome as this is, the GR Corolla is great fun, and you can get it without markups these days. Just for the regular version, they've made some nice improvements already, even to add extra cooling and stuff over the years here. So nothing wrong with a regular 26 GR Corolla either, but happy to see the GRMN for those, hyper fans that are having, deep pockets and plenty of patience to get their hands on one of these here later this year. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on them though in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.